Good day, I am Arnel Soyo, Production and Enterprise Development Officer of Altertrade Philippines Foundation. Today, I will share to you the topic about soil fertility and pest and disease control. What is soil fertility? It refers to the ability of the soil to sustain agricultural plant growth and to provide plant habitat and result in sustained and consistent yields of high quality. A fertile soil has the following properties: the ability to supply essential plant nutrients and water in adequate amounts, and the proportions for plant growth and reproduction, the absence of toxic substances which may inhibit plant growth. Crops needs nutrients just like people. A fertile soil will contain all the major nutrients for basic plant nutrition like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, as well as other nutrients needed in smaller quantities like calcium, magnesium, sulfur, iron, zinc, copper, boron, molybdenum, and nickel. Usually, a fertile soil will also have some organic matter that improves soil structure, soil moisture retention, and also nutrient retention, and a pH between 6 and 7. Unfortunately, many soils do not have adequate levels of all necessary plant nutrients, or conditions in the soil are unfavorable for plant uptake of certain nutrients. Pest and diseases control. Healthy soils are the basis of good pest management because they support plant health and resilience. Resilience means is the plant's ability to recover from pest damage. Pest management in organic farming is achieved by using appropriate cropping techniques, biological control, and natural pesticides. We will now discuss one way to improve soil fertility, which is the natural farming. What is natural farming? It is a system where the laws of nature are applied to agricultural practices. This method works along with the natural biodiversity of each farm area, encouraging the complexity of living organisms, both plants and animals, that shape each particular ecosystem to thrive along with food plant. You can see in this slide one example of natural farming, which is the organic crop production of one of our partner producers in La Castellana. Support to natural farming. They are IMO, which means indigenous microorganisms; LABS, which means lactic acid bacteria; FAA, which means fish amino acid; OHN, which means Oriental Herbal Nutrient. We will be discussing each of these. First, the IMO, or the indigenous microorganisms. IMO is composed of good bacteria, good fungi, good protozoa, and good nematodes. What are the benefits of IMO to plant? IMO fertilizes and nourishes the soil, eliminates toxic elements in the soil by consuming heavy metals in the soil, and reduces plant disease. What are the potentials in IMO? IMO is for biodegradation, bioleaching, biocomposting, nitrogen fixation, plant growth hormones. I will show you now how to make IMO. The materials needed are 1 kilo rice and 2 kilo muscovado. Before formulation, make sure that the area is clean. Wear mask and cover hair. Wash hands properly and use gloves if possible. No smoking in the vicinity. The procedure are: wash rice in regular manner. Water must be a little bit lower than normal cooking. Next, you have to cook the rice. You can use also rice cooker. 3. Loosen the rice properly. Allow rice to cool after cooking. Never remove the cover until it cools for at least 2 hours. Put rice in a clean garment, bag, or cloth. You can use also clean bamboo or sack. In my case, I use clean garment so it will be easy to wash and use again. Loosen rice for good aeration for perfect result. That is why I recommend control of water volume in cooking. Be sure to seal the bag properly to prevent the insects from entering and to protect the rice from contaminations by contaminants or germs. Another method is to wrap cooked rice with a linen or cloth. Tie it closely so that insects cannot come in. Another way to collect microorganisms in the field is to use clean plastic pot. Plastic pot is used to drain excess water from rice. Place a clean cloth or linen at the bottom of the pot. This is done to seal the hole of the pot to prevent insects from coming in. Cover the pot with a clean cloth or linen and seal with rubber band or masking tape. Now using this cooked rice, let's collect indigenous microorganisms. The site must be, if possible, must be near to water area like creek, irrigation canal, spring, etc. This is because plenty of microorganisms stay in humid area. If the area selected is near to irrigation canal, be sure that there are no chemical spraying in the surroundings during the process. Must be cool, ideally under big plants like banana or bamboo. Never collect microorganisms inside your homes because you are only collecting household microorganisms. Use a basket or crate or bin. I use garbage bin to protect rice from rain, rats, and other animals. Dig a hole to firmly hold the garbage bin. Secure the base by stepping on the soil so it will not be easily toppled down by animals. Place the rice in a plastic pot to allow draining of excess water. Excess water will hamper good aeration. Close the bin. Collect the IMO after 3 days. Another good site for collecting IMO is under a bamboo tree. You have to water the surroundings if it is too dry to invite microorganisms. A correct process will yield white mold, pink, and yellow. Black molds means failed process. This cannot be used. You need to repeat the process. This is the ideal result. Mold are evenly distributed. Weigh the IMO. You will need this data later in durations of the process. The weight is 1 3/4 kilogram. We will now culture the IMO we collected from the field. The procedure is, first, loosen the particles. Weigh the muscovado or molasses. The needed ratio is 1:1, which means IMO collected is 1 3/4 and the muscovado must be 1 3/4 also. Mix well the IMO with muscovado. I use a clean pail for the mixing. Cover the pail with manila paper or clean cloth. Secure rim with masking tape or string or elastic band. Culture IMO for 7 days. Make sure to put label as to production and harvest dates. This time, you are multiplying IMO with muscovado as their food. The picture shows the harvested IMO after 7 days. Important reminders. The container should have a cover. I use a pail with cover lid. This could also be used as storage container for IMO. Use big containers so IMO will not overflow during stocking. Keep IMO in cool place. Now, IMO harvested is ready to use. I will now discuss another support to natural farming, which is lactic acid bacteria serum or LABS. Uses in plant production. LABS is used in conjunction with other nutrient solutions to treat seeds before planting. This improves seed germination, inoculates the seed from beneficial microbes, and deters fungal problems such as dumping off. Used with IMO in natural farming in making compost or compost teas for soil preparation prior to planting. Labs also accelerate the decomposition of organic amendments in soils and enhance the release of plant nutrients for absorption. It is very effective in improving air ventilations in the soil and are highly effective at promoting plant growth. So to make labs, materials needed are 900 ml fresh milk. I use backyard Carabao milk. 100 ml pure coconut vinegar without additives. A colored container, not a transparent plastic container. Labs easily form or easily harden in dark containers. The procedure. First, pour 900 ml fresh milk in the container and mix with 100 ml coconut vinegar. Cover with cloth or manila paper and seal the lid. Ferment for 4 days. Store in cold place. Labs after 4 days. The liquid is the labs that separates from the solid matter. Strain labs using strainer or a cloth. Put the liquid or labs in a crystal or plastic bottle. Add 2 tablespoons muscovado and seal the bottle. Sealing should not be too tight to allow microorganisms to breathe. Store in a cold place. Labs is ready to use. The application. Now, we go back to IMO because IMO is part of the procedure. First, mix IMO. Weigh and record. The weight is 3 3/4 kilogram. You will need this data later. Mix labs to the IMO. Labs should be 10% of the total IMO. In our formulation, the weight of IMO is 3.75 kilos. So you need to mix 375 grams of labs to the IMO. For spraying to crops, the ratio is IMO and labs mixture is equals to 20 grams for 1 liter of water, which means 320 grams of IMO and labs mixture for 1 knapsack sprayer. You will need 6 knapsack sprayers per hectare. Fill the knapsack sprayer with IMO and labs mixture. Make sure that your knapsack sprayer is not contaminated with chemicals. Fill the knapsack sprayer with water to dilute the concoctions. Make sure that water is not treated with chlorine. For sugarcane spraying, spray early in the morning at 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. and or 4 p.m. to 6. You can spray any time of the day as long as it is very cloudy. Spray on sugarcane trash or in the soil. Spraying is after land preparation for new planting and after stubble shaving for the ratoon. This will enhance the composition of trash and rejuvenations of soil. Thank you for joining us in today's webinar. The last two topics in support to natural farming, which is to be discussed in April 24, are OHN, which means Oriental Herbal Nutrient, and fish amino acid. We can now entertain questions in today's session. Thank you.